welcome back to the Bowling Sisters, and I'm back today with our Premier League review for the weekend, which the matches which have been concluded on Friday night and Saturday. So, start off. Let's quickly get into it. We had two matches on Friday and one on Saturday. The Friday games were Aston Villa versus Southampton and Nottingham Forest versus Fulham. And today we've just finished off with Manchester City versus Wolves. So starting off versus Aston Villa versus Southampton, the team was more or less unchanged for both the sides. And the kind of performance Aston Villa gave should give a lot of confidence before going into the international break for Aston Villa because they've beaten Southampton 1-0. With the goal coming in the 41st minute by Jacob Ramsey. What a brilliant goal it was, and the kind of performance which he gave yesterday was very, very credible, as well as the whole team altogether. Even though in the second half, in the last 30 minutes, it was Southampton's game and trying to press and get at least a point in hand. Unfortunately, they were not able to do so, and Gerrard and his Aston Villa team were able to beat Southampton at home and gain that most important encouraging victory which they had, and also giving in a lot of encouragement for the players before going into this international break. What this victory does for Villa is that it brings them up to the 13th position, just behind Southampton, who they've beaten on 7 points each. And this is a very, very good news for Villa because now going into the international break and coming out of it, the players will be high on confidence and most probably start the wheel will start rolling for Villa and start giving out and churning out performances which they are expected to do with the kind of investment the board has done on the squad and the kind of players which have come in. Moving from Villa versus Southampton, let's go to the Forest grounds, and it was Nottingham Forest versus Fulham, a game which was expected to be a high flying game, and it didn't disappoint. A 5 goal thriller where Nottingham Forest started off the game and taking the lead in the first half in the 11th minute. But after that, in 6 minutes, Fulham finished and nailed the coffin, had the last nail in the coffin. 3-1 was from 54th minute to the 60th minute. They were 3-1 up from being 1-0 down. And in the 77th minute, Nottingham Forest were able to pull one goal back to make a match of it. But unfortunately, it was not enough for them to grab that 1 point and get that crucial draw, which is required for them, which still leaves them in lurch of the victory, as well as in the last 5 games, they've not had a victory and 4 consecutive losses on the bounce, which is putting them on the 19th position with 4 points. On the other hand, it was a very, very good win for Fulham, and it has leaped them bounced ahead of Chelsea, the sixth position with 11 points. And that is something which is very, very nice for Fulham as well, and Marco Silva, with the kind of reply the team had given after going 1-0 down at halftime. He was expecting such kind of reply, and Fulham is a very, very good team in terms of giving out performances as such. And we expect a lot more coming out of Fulham, because this time around Fulham is not going to be a pushover as such, which I've seen from game week number 1, where they drew against Liverpool as well, and the performance was brilliant for Fulham as well, and Marco Silva's side. So this time around, we should obviously look at Fulham. They shouldn't be in the bottom 3, at least right now. The kind of performances which Fulham is giving out, you don't know. It is the Premier League, but then it is what it is. And then moving on to Manchester City versus Wolves. What a game this was. The game started off with the Grealish starting off in the first minute, and it didn't end there. He has been not scoring for a better part of about 30 odd games, and he started the game with a goal. What a goal it was in the first minute, and laid the gauntlet out. In the 16th minute, Erling Haaland came to the party, and it was 2-0 even before you could say Manchester City. It was 2-0. And then Nathan Collins didn't do good for him and his team in the 33rd minute, where he did a very, very rash tackle on the knees and ankle and thigh area for Jack Grealish, for which he got a straight red, and Wolves were down for a better part of the game to 10 man. And it was finished off with Phil Foden in the 69th minute, where he scored the winning goal, and it was 3-0. for Manchester City, which takes them to the helm of the table where they belong. Right now at 17 points and 0 losses, unbeaten run going into the international break. It is going to be a big victory for Pep Guardiola, and I think so. Pep Guardiola is going to go further, even though Arsenal would be playing later on, maybe tomorrow. Then this victory does a lot of good for Manchester City to be up there, and hopefully they can continue if Arsenal doesn't win against Brentford. So it is all to be seen now in game week number 8. Will Arsenal bounce back to the first position and grab that position? Will the apprentice conquer the teacher and take a leap ahead in game week number 8? And will Arsenal finish above Manchester City before this international break in game week number 8? So it is all to be looking forward for. Thank you very much for watching. Do like, share, subscribe, enable those notifications, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Cheers, guys. Adios.